recording again. So welcome back to the Alexandrian Codex. I'm Alex. This is Hearts of Iron 4, playing the Kaiserreich mod as Ironwind. We are making some gains against the Union of Britain. Obviously, we're not alone in doing so. I just lost a whole bunch of very brave paratroopers who probably needlessly sacrificed themselves for the greater good there. But, you know, it happens at times. Yeah, you are gonna go to Ulster, and then from there, I suppose you'll just join the army. My war contribution on the whole has been remarkably little in comparison to the major powers in the war. Germany has a resounding 43%, and that's because they've been fighting protracted trench warfare for a long time. We have 3% from our occupations and casualties, not great. In Britain, we've only inflicted, marginal casualties on them. We've lost less than 100,000 people, which is a lot for us, but
Ready, sir.
not a lot for everyone else.
Pull it.
Alright, let's let you all recover. Wish I had more paratroopers to throw back here and distract you, but at the moment I do not. Shamefully. The Commune of France will likely hold out for quite some time. This front still hasn't moved, although there have been landings in Brittany, Normandy, and down here in Provence. Ain't nothing happening. The Italian front looks pretty stagnant as well. Really, the only movement we're seeing is the South Africans making significant moves in England. Probably because the British have been distracted by Irish friends to the north. Not to toot my own horn too much, but gotta take credit where credit's due. Service by requirement, I don't want to go any further in on that. Our Navy, I don't want to touch too much. Air Force, I suppose I could go in on this for Ace Generation, Paradrop, Attack, Defense, Agility. You know, that would have been nice to get a while ago. I'm honestly more inclined to get Air Superiority? No, let's do paratroopers. I've been using them mildly effectively. No need to stop now. Why don't you attack you? Why don't we go down here? If you can go down here, then we can do what's the kids are calling encirclements. Yeah, alright. Maybe not that great.
Go!
Still, not that bad either. As they drop this line to try to defend this because it's getting bigger and bigger, I'm okay with that. Finally, we're recruiting the Blue Blouses. Odafi has today been petitioned by several local branches of the female wing of the ACA, known as the Blue Blouse. Blue Blouses, a play on the nickname of the ACA Blue Shirts. Not very fascist. They're asking to serve alongside other members of the ACA in our military. Should we allow it? Yes. I mean, it hurts our stability, which perhaps I should be less excited about. But it gives us more recruitable population, which I am all over. There we go. How's their superiority looking? Yep, continuing to be a thing. Naval superiority still a thing. Dope.
Pull it.
Why don't you hold? Up and hold. I'm okay with making slow incremental advances. We don't need to do this at breakneck pace. I'd much rather the South Africans bleed on this than us. gonna move in.
Yes, sir.
Support that. Support that. You know, attacking into the mountains, probably not the best of ideas, so
Keep your distance.
never mind. Especially when they have tanks in the mountains? Yeah, a decent amount of stuff in there. Probably not the best to mess with. Can I give you engineering companies? Can I afford this? No. We gotta readdress our prioritization of support equipment. That's all well and good, but how about more of this? Yeah, and then we ever get fortunate enough to be able to afford artillery, I'll actually research better artillery, but until then, that is a pipe dream. That is a very far off pipe dream. Let's take a look around the world while our troops are just settling in. This has not moved much. I mean, I know it's moving a little, but I honestly can't tell in what direction. Yeah, that's more or less the same. Okay. M2 carbine. Fudge. Yeah. just keep going for the upgrades. I might as well just get them all right now. Carbines are going to take a very long time for us to get into service, which is fine. But, you know, the more the merrier. 242. How many am I actually needing to outfit with an engineering company? Engineering companies help with 480. Okay. Help with breakthrough defense, quite a lot of things. Support artillery would also be nice, but I know I don't have enough. I have enough for that. Never mind, I do have enough for that. Barely, but I do. Let's call this a 5. Okay. Having even support artillery will make a noticeable difference. I'd much rather have support artillery and line artillery, but not looking like it's in the cards for us right now.
Listen up.
Looking at them, they have fairly high organization, but their supplies suck. Just across the board, they're running pretty low in supply. I click this. Yeah, we should be able to make some significant pushes. But they're losing huge swaths of their industrial base, as well as just losing plenty of equipment fighting this often and this many fronts. I would be happy if we managed to get up to double-digit war contribution. I just want some sort of concession out of this war. Just as a matter of pride. Oh, hundreds of thousands of Irishmen have died, and for what? Well, we have a tiny piece of Scotland now.
Listen up.
Get that.
Ready, sir.
Attack that so they can't move in. And then
Orders.
stop. Yeah! Get encircled, son! Okay, let's deploy these all immediately.
Listen up.
Once you all are ready, I desperately need you to get your asses over here and deploy to this line to help hold it. That's breakthrough action, which is fine with me.
Come on.
Okay, so I'm not crazy about this.
Attention.
I need to alleviate pressure currently on Edinburgh. Edinburgh is particularly important because it is a port? Am I right about that? No, this isn't even a naval base. Never mind.
Orders.
Don't give a fuck about Edinburgh. Do what you were doing.
Come on.
I thought it was a naval base. Now I care a lot less. No,
Come on.
stop.
Ready.
No, just starve them out. Okay then. Nah, yeah. Let's get a couple more divisions going. Only one this time. Get
Ready to
overrun.
move!
Fantastic. Hey, we're contributing more than the Italian Republic. We've finally lost more than 100,000 troops. Isn't that fun? Truly a moment to be celebrated. Blue Blouse is recruited. Excellent. This will give us more support. I'm not crazy about it. This gives max planning bonus, which could actually be okay. Leader experience gain, I don't really give a fuck about. I don't care about any of that. That, fighting Irish we can't get. Flying column, no, not really all that useful actually. Fortify the Shannon. No. We gotta figure out where we go on the world stage, which is... fine. Why don't we focus on uniting the nation? Some of the cheap divisions, this is probably the first thing I was supposed to do, of our nation could be addressed through a program of cultural reform. Spreading the Irish language will help unite our countrymen, while addressing the long-standing hold of the Catholic Church over Irish values and morality would be a progressive move. Our youth could see the benefit of in a scout scheme, and perhaps our immigrant problem can be better integrated. Population can be better integrated with some effort. I like that.
Ready!
Well, this is not what I want. This is the new front. Yeah, just fucking go for it. You're probably fine. Probably. No location set. Right, yeah. Ulster and going up with that army. The struggles of trying to get one size 24 army of normal with infantry. Okay, we got some shitty tanks. We barely got much of anything. Union of Britain has capitulated though.
Ready to move!
But no one say this isn't a proud moment. We won't be going to the peace table for quite some time until Commune falls. That'll take a minute.
All in!
So anticipating that,
All in!
what we need are not these. What we need are paratroopers. I don't think we have the range to use our paratroopers to land very successfully. Muscat hasn't Muscat capitulated numerous times? Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Uniting the nation. Fantastic. Let's move on with dealing with the church. The status of the church has long been in question since the Declaration of Irish Independence. Ostensibly, the Republic of Ireland is a secular nation, but some have questioned whether that's true. It's time to officially resolve the question of the church once and for all in legislation, and with it, direct the future of the nation. We could ease off of service by requirement now. Right. Yeah. It's not so urgent that we get in as many dudes per day. We're demobilizing, so this number should be going down. We'll see how large it ends up being. We will see recruitable population factor go up by 1% once we get down here. It's not a ton, but it should make some difference. Yeah, female soldiers is really the way we should have gone. Recruitable population factor 25% is fucking insane. That's fine. How are we doing on convoys? We're doing fine on convoys. Why don't we... That is a dream of having battleships again. It's gonna be a long time. Now you, even at this airport, we would barely be able to make a landing in Brittany. And Brittany is already occupied, so I suppose we could ask for military access. But I hate that. We could instead try to... Can I upgrade transports? No, right? No, we cannot create variants of transport planes. Now, transport planes might get improved by different technology. Or we could actually join a faction. Now I'd have to ask military access. For the time being, we could use paratroopers to try to take Shetland and Orkney. Not as glamorous as taking Scotland and parts of Northumberland, but we have most of northern England here. The province called Northern England, anyway. Provides fire control. It's good to have. I'm just gonna keep going down this tree. Yeah, our fighter wings can barely even reach the English Channel. So unless you feel like we'd be able to move through your territory, but that's not what I want. What I want is to base my troops out of your territory. What I want is use of your airfields, and that doesn't seem to be happening. I feel like France should be capitulating now that all the attention of everyone against them is on them. Estimated manpower is 0. They are only on extensive conscription. That's odd. Huh. Maybe not 0? Well, they're low in whatever case. I like how they jump from 0 to... 35,000, 39,000, or whatever it is. And that's a drop in the bucket for them, but for us, that is the whole bucket. Just mildly embarrassing. Like, oh yeah, not a big expense, huh? That's just like entire GDP of my country. Oh, it's not feeling inferior at all. We don't really need more steel, right? Yeah. Yeah, just go for the super heavy battleships. Yeah, okay, cool. Actually cool. Police crackdown will give more stability. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. It hurts our factory output, which isn't great, but our stability is abysmal, and I would like to boost that up a little bit. Turkish state, not Turkey. That sounds... National Populist or National Socialist, yep. You have millions of people left. You too have millions of people left, so this war is just gonna do this for the rest of time. And you have millions of people left. This war is probably gonna drag on longer than the Second Weltkrieg. Dealing with the church, done. Promote the Irish language. The Irish Gaelic language is widely spoken in Ireland, but it slowly decayed over time during British rule, and in some areas it's no longer spoken at all. We could better unite our people and preserve our cultural heritage by encouraging the use of Gaelic throughout the island nation. Fate of the Church. Ireland has been a devoutly Catholic nation for over 1,000 years, and along with that, Catholicism has some conservative ideals and morality. The Irish Republic was founded, however, on the ideas of a secular state, where religion would no longer play a role in politics. The promises of a secular republic had never truly been made good by the government, and the issue of church and its status in the nation have been a divisive factor for some time. The government has now seen fit to address this issue once and for all, and establish the church in legislation. Church and state are inseparable. Ooh, this gives us recruitable population, though. Gives us stability, political power gain, and political power, or... Nah, I guess Catholic supremacy is the way we're gonna go. Sorry. I'm a very secular person, but... Gotta get that sweet recruitable population. News has spread from Belfast this morning that the Unionists are organising a protest march against what they perceive to be unfair treatment from the government in Dublin. Since Ireland gained her independence, the people of Ulster have become increasingly marginalised. Attempts to green up the region and purge British legacy there have thus far failed. The idea of letting this march go undeterred does not sit well with the majority of Irish people or the government, but stopping it may only make the situation worse. Their democratic right, let it proceed. So, how we doing in occupied territories? Yeah, let's just go to gentlest rule, because looks like we have some... Yeah, we have a little bit of resistance problems. Irish immigration. Ireland's embroiled in a war with much smaller amount of immigrants. Right, so if we had stayed at peace, we'd be seeing a lot more people. Huh. Yeah, the game really does push Ireland to be the Switzerland of the Atlantic. If you are patient and isolated, then everything will be fine. This front is seriously not moving. I'm amazed that they've been able to open these up, because naval landings are really hard to succeed at. Florence, or Tuscany, is about gone. Ooh, yeah. Kingdom of France really does not have many troops, nor does the Commonwealth of Canada. They've just been throwing themselves at this. I'd like to help. I'd like to actually be doing something, but I don't know what we could do beyond make a naval invasion. And we don't have the tech for that. Though that's no excuse not to look into it. Here, start patrolling the Bay of Biscay, all one battleship. I like this, but let's start thinking about transports. Now this would only let us transport 10 people at once, but 10 people is more than half of what we got, so not that much of a loss. We could either focus on Bordeaux or on... What 12? This in particular. I'm assuming most of the Communard forces are here, and all up in here. But they're probably still guarding the ports, meaning if we do attempt to attack, it might not work that well. I'm still tempted to go for it. Now let's get rid of this transport wing for now. Move this air wing down here. Both of you. The English Channel is really the closest I can get to affecting anything. Unionists' preparations caused tensions after a local government representative announced that there would be no local official efforts to prevent the Unionist protest march. Local Catholic residents have loudly voiced concerns to the regional Gardaí. They claim that the protest march is nothing more than a thinly veiled attempt to intimidate the Catholic community in Belfast, who find themselves still partially outnumbered by the Protestant, largely Unionist, majority. The demands have not fallen on deaf ears, and there's a growing call for Irish Republican Army to be deployed along the planned march route to protect the Catholic community and make sure things don't get out of hand. No. This probably won't end well, but nah. A recoilless rifle. Not immediately useful, but it is good to have. Naval, do I want to go for... I should probably go for These fighters are already 2 years out of date, and I'm using 6-year-old fighters, so we should probably look into that maybe. The Commune of France is sitting at almost 3 million dead. Mostly caused by the Kingdom of Two Sicilies. Really? Way to go, Italy. Way to be. That's strange. Cool. But strange. Yeah, alright. Oh, way to be Sicily. We definitely have naval supremacy, so once this finishes in about 70 days, we will be able to make a naval invasion, though if we really want to, is another question altogether. You will get Daniel McKenna. McKenna, you're assigned to that front.
Ready!
You, my beloved Tom Barry. High capacity, 30, 60, yeah, let's go from Dublin. And I need you to land here. I would like for it to be successful. You don't have to
Attention!
guarantee that it's successful, but I'd like it to be successful. Naturally. Do I not have enough transports? What's the deal?
Ready, sir!
Oh, you're
Move
not.
out!
You're not in a port territory.
Move out!
Oh. Okay, fair. Fair-ish. Well, I mean, if the French beat me to the punch here, I won't mind that much.
Yes,
I mind a
sir!
little bit because I'm trying to get the world to recognize the legitimacy and strength of Ireland, but no, it's okay. France pressing in here means that they will have troops, communards, syndicalists. Actually, who's in control here? Syndicalists? Totalists. Will have troops in the neighborhood. Still, it'd be worth trying to grab Bordeaux, if at all possible. Right, nothing else in northern France is really attainable. Irish Scouts. Young Irish boys and girls often find themselves with very little to do, and have often been left to their own devices, as their parents work long toils in factories and businesses. We could follow the example of the Americans with their Boy Scouts and create an organization of our own, instilling our youth with an understanding of Irish culture and honorable values. The march begins. Despite great misgivings among the population at large, the Ulster Unionist movement had been allowed to hold their march. It's a miserable day in Belfast, and some had hoped that the torrential rain afflicting the city would have given call for the march to be postponed. Unionist leaders gave the go-ahead, however, and the march will continue as planned. The Irish government elected not to deploy military personnel to the streets of Belfast, leaving the monitoring of the protests to the local Gardaí instead. Let's hope the weather is the only bad thing about this day. Sighs of relief were breathed up and down the country today as Ulster Unionist protest march went ahead without any trouble breaking out. While there were concerns the Unionists might turn their frustration into violence, these fears in the end turned out to go unrealized. While this march has proven to be a contentious affair for the nation, at least it didn't result in any bloodshed today. Nonetheless, the Unionists' growing demand for independence can no longer be ignored. There must be decisive action to address the question of Ulster, lest the situation grow out of control. Now, we have this tree, and we can negotiate with them, recognize the Scots, establish Cultural Unity Commission. Or destroy them weakens the Unionists in event of a civil war. Yeah, we should probably go down this tree as quickly as possible. So 41 days before that becomes available. I'm not really keen on changing anything we have going down here right now. Chief of Navy wouldn't really be that useful. Air and naval manufacturer. Actually, we're researching a new fighter type, aren't we? Yes, actually that would be cool. So, fighter manufacturer, slightly better fighters. Brazil is still winning down here. I think it's just a matter of time, just very slow. I can't tell, but I think the Russians have pushed back the front a little bit. Not significantly, but a little bit. The Qing have been able to... The Qing have really been able to solidify this front
Orders!
quite well. Oh, yo.
Attention!
What up, boys? We got airborne. Not that they're going to be put to good use, but we have them. In case I want to roll the dice with them again.
Commands!
Yeah, it's a pity that this isn't better in range, because that would help me out a lot. The Socialist Republic of Italy is almost gone. As soon as Genoa falls, if it falls, they're out. Alright, the Iranian Dominion War is still raging on. I think Iran is winning, despite the backing of the entire Entente. Probably because the Entente aren't really interested in getting involved right now. Princely Federation and the Commune down here seem to have a standstill. This river would be a bitch to cross, especially once they get entrenched, and the AI doesn't typically try super clever stuff. They're probably stuck there for quite some time. Still have 60 days left of our police crackdown. Now this is completely cleared up. Oh, the Kingdom of Spain got involved. Okay, that's what was going on here. So the French Commune now has... I mean, they're literally fighting on every front. They're fighting in Brittany, they're fighting in Normandy, they're fighting in Belgium, they're fighting on the German front, they're fighting on the Italian front, they're now fighting on the Spanish front. Their days are sincerely numbered, and in 2 days... Yeah, I'm definitely going for Bordeaux. There's more chips. Delightful. Whenever you're ready, you are more than free to go. Nothing we can do. Go ahead and support whatever the fuck you want. This has 70 days until it's ready to go. I'd start researching landing craft. Oh yeah, that would cut our invasion preparation time in half. That would have been nice. And naval invasion capacity, it's quadrupled. Well, gets improved by 400%. They're pushing back hard in Brittany. I mean, they're losing Burgundy. but they're pushing back very hard up here. This is probably at a standstill, seeing as it's in the mountains, but still, the pressure of having to move more troops is definitely being felt. These are still being supplied. It's still China, yeah, and Normandy, which I love. It may not look like much, but this front has moved. It's only 2 more provinces, but any movement's still noteworthy when that's been sitting still for years now. Commune of France is probably running very short on manpower. Yeah, as in they're out of manpower. We only have 4% war score, so our potential gains are not too exciting. Doesn't seem worth it to do. Irish scouts are done. Status of Ulster. Since Ireland gained her freedom, the status of Ulster has loomed over the rest of the nation like a specter. The Unionist majority in the region have felt increasingly alienated by the government's policies, and tensions have been rising steadily in recent times. People are calling for serious action on the Ulster question, and the government is ready to take whatever actions are necessary to resolve it. Cool. Yeah, I'm anticipating. I don't want a civil war to happen naturally. Well, to happen naturally. But I think we'll be able to avoid that.
Ready to move.
You're landing here in 45 days. Yeah. Germans are managing to push. The Italians are magnificent. So we may not even get a chance to land. I would like a chance to land, but may not happen. And after that, Free Liberia is still in the war. What? Oh, not for long. There they go. Like, how did Middle Africa not immediately destroy them? The Sultanate of Egypt is going after the Kingdom of France because of the Iranian Dominion War. Be pretty cool to see North Africa belonging to Egypt. This is a weird fucking war. Board observers is great. We're almost at the end of this chain. Advanced fire bases. Yeah, Germany is still at the war with Georgia, which presumably hasn't gone anywhere. Definitely we're negotiating with the Unionists. In 1798, one of Wolfe Tone's goals was to unite the Catholic, Protestant, and Dissenter in an Irish identity. Yet, British have set Irishmen against Irishmen in the name of religion, and tensions still continue. Negotiations must be conducted to ensure that all feel included in an Irish state and identity. Yep. Go ahead, get me better planes. In fact, let's upgrade better planes. Just make them more reliable. I don't want to spend too much time on this, so just give me more reliable planes. Modify government. No, nothing needs to be changed with this. We're still not using the artillery that we're making, though. Maybe we should. Do I have enough for engineering divisions? Hell yeah.
Ready.
That is a huge get. Still 30 days out. But Bordeaux and La Rochelle are still looking, well, potentially vulnerable. It's also looking like, yep, La Rochelle just fell to the French kingdom, and Bordeaux has been fighting off attempted naval invasion, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can make some landfall. Paris is falling within the week. By July 9th, I expect Paris to be gone. Well, to be German. German or German puppet controlled. Bordeaux's really the last big piece on the board once Paris falls. It'd be great if Belgium were the one to swoop into Paris. It looks like Belgium is actually the one pushing for Paris. Am I about to eat crow? Yeah, it's been a week. After the recent unrest, the people of Ulster seem to once again be at peace. There's no telling how long this peace will last, but there's no doubt Ireland is better off for it. The Dial has one less issue to deal with. Recognize Ulster Scots. Our first step to making the Unionists feel welcome would be to recognize their Scottish dialect, Scots dialect. Ulster Scots as an official language alongside Irish and English, this will show that we are willing to negotiate and compromise in good faith. Kudos to the Communards for holding out way longer than I expected. We got about 20 minutes left to this recording. If we capitulate the Commune, I'll be happy to wrap up for today and then go eat and hang out with my partner for a while. Come back and stream a little bit more after that. But I might move on to something else. I'd be happy to revisit this if there's interest, but fuck, I'm happy that we managed to get anything as Ireland. I'm
Attention!
remarkably adequate at point 4. I am not particularly good at it. Man, how the fuck is Paris? Paris is still holding on because it's a urban area, so attacks are at 70%. Movement is a lot slower. Enemy air support counts for less. But still, it's remarkable that's not fallen.
Listen up! Attention!
Okay. Yep, this is looking rough. You're not looking hot.
Ready, sir!
I need a port, i.e. I need this port. Fuck.
Move out!
God damn it.
Attention!
Hey, can I have military access? Wow, this is a horrible time for the Kingdom of France to have their civil war. So I guess we just hang out here in case Communard France pushes back, but not looking like it.
Taking cover! Fall in!
I get that you can't launch a naval invasion unless you have a port, but it is a little silly that we're stuck here. The fall of Paris, there it is, 4th of August. It took a month. Reports from Paris confirmed Communard capital has been captured by advancing German troops after furious fighting across its large avenues into Seine. Communard forces put up stiff resistance, hoping to delay German forces as long as possible, but were eventually beaten back. As shocked Parisians look on, the German army once more parades through the same path they had during the Weltkrieg down the Champs-Élysées towards the Eiffel Tower. This festive atmosphere finally descended into vicious urban combat, with Communard resistance in the dead of the night, as German tanks easily plowed through inefficient barricades in the large Parisian avenues.
Attention!
Okay, Kingdom of France, can I have military access?
Yes, sir!
I gotta go. I need out of here. Yeah, it's 1946, 4 years ahead of time, but I'm still going for it. I'm a simple man. I just want Bordeaux. Just give me Bordeaux.
Go, go, go!
But all the territory I'm taking is being given to the Kingdom of France. God damn it.
Move out!
Well then, from La Rochelle, can I go home? No? Damn you! Damn you, France! We're just hanging out here, I guess.
Move out! Come on!
No, you know what? Let's see what I can pull off here. This is incredibly stupid.
Listen up!
La Rochelle, this seems lightly defended. If I pull back and goad them into attacking, it won't matter. So I have military access, right? But I don't have fleet basing access. That is incredibly stupid. Or maybe I'm just doing this wrong, but I'm fairly sure be able to right click. Hallelujah. Come on, bitches. Cancel military access. Alright. I still want Bordeaux. I'm still willing to go for it, but we're gonna have to land down here this time.
Hold it!
How long until... 21 days? Yeah, 21 days
Ready
means
to move!
we just go ahead and merge this into here. March all these down there.
Ready, sir! Come on!
I just want to take a port and an airfield. That's all I need. I'm a simple man. Yeah, Bordeaux is the new de facto capital. Lyon, if either of those fall, or is it going to be both of those if they fall? No, I think they need both of them to fall before this war will end. I have 3% war contribution. That's horrendous. Guess it doesn't count as contributing if you don't throw millions of people to their death. All I did was take half of the British Isles. No big deal. But to be fair, there's not that many victory points in Scotland. Most of them are down here in the south in Birmingham, Liverpool, London. And we didn't go for those. Shame.
All in!
Shame, shame, shame. How long do I have to wait? 5 days. Yeah, okay. I can do that. New infantry equipment, and that should be it for that? No. Let's go get some industry up to date. And L1. Okay, excellent. Our ideology has grown.
Listen up!
Importantly,
Ready!
we can from London, Dublin, right? Dublin? Nah, from here. Here's fine. Go to Bordeaux. Can't go to Bordeaux. Go here. Go. Just fucking make it happen. 56 days. We'll see. I'm not entirely positive about the likelihood of that happening. Establish the Cultural Unity Commission. Our next step should be to establish a Cultural Unity Commission in order to embrace and promote all of Ireland's different cultures, and to ensure that none is shunned or given second-class status. Grab this. Chief of Navy. Wait. Amphibious invasion speed bonus. What? Well, shit. This is why you look at this instead of just assuming you don't need it. Yeah. Give me patio there. Still 56, huh? Yeah, it would save us 5.6 days if I restarted with the new modifier, but we're already 10 days in, so that would be a net loss of 4 days. Not worth. How is Muscat still here? Have you not capitulated enough times? This is ridiculous. Capitulated. Free. Capitulated. Free. Capitulated. Dominion of India is finally pushing back Iran, though it looks like they're in a war with the Commune down here as well. Front war. Indo-Chinese Union is at war with the Kingdom of Siam, though this has been at a relative standstill for a long time. Japan's slowly getting pushed out of Asia, but it's taking a long time. CSA aren't involved with anything. United Mexican States don't have anything going on either. New England is involved in the wars, right, because they joined the Entente. We are so close to the end of this war. What, I have about 10 minutes left? Make the most of it. Bordeaux and Lyon need to fall, but that's it.
Commands!
We managed to take Bordeaux, that would be a pretty big game. Pretty big win for us. I want it, but I'm not counting on it. Give me my transport production. We have this. Ah, there it is. There is the Commune of France capitulated. Wilhelm III has announced that the cowardly Communard nation can no longer withstand the pressure from the overwhelming presence of German forces throughout the country. The Communard forces chose to flee the country and have gone into exile. Their main forces have capitulated, and the German Empire is now in control of the home area. Though the war against what remains against the Third Internationale no, it doesn't. This is a great victory for all the Reichspakt. Yeah, we got 46 of these, 31 of these, and 53 others. Wow, what a deal. And we get nothing out of it. Golly. Well, Ireland proved itself, I guess. I guess. I don't even know that Ireland proved itself. We just got fucked over for not taking enough war scores. Sad day. Irish contributions go unappreciated in this day. Germany's still at war with the Socialist Republic of Georgia. I'm almost tempted to declare war for something from the Commonwealth of Canada, but I wanna... Okay, Germany's given back all of this to the Commonwealth of Canada. Are you also giving anything back to France, or are you being standoffish with them? Sardinia has been given much, not like all, of what the former syndicalists had. No, they created a puppet French kingdom. Ah yes, the French kingdom and the Kingdom of France. Totally two distinct political entities. Very different beliefs. These are paternal autocrats, whereas these are authoritarian democrats. That is actually a notable difference, but it's so... it seems petty. Alright, well... Oh, this war is wrapped up as well, with Paraguay being freed, Peru annexing Uruguay? Yeah, I don't know what's happening there. North America's pretty chill. Europe isn't at war right now, but... well, the Germans still at war. They've been at this war for 4 years? 3 or 4 years against Socialist Republic of Georgia. I think the Sultanate of Egypt is likely to take out the Entente in North Africa, and then that war will stall out. Japan is slowly losing ground in Asia, but for Ireland, unless we plan on taking on the Entente by ourselves, this is gonna be it. Yeah, we're about at 4 hours anyway. So, like I said earlier, I'll be back later tonight with something else, but I feel like this kind of ran its course. You can probably be more proactively aggressive as Ireland than I was. I was still trying to figure out what the hell our focus tree was about. Pretty fun. If you're watching on YouTube, stop by again tomorrow. There'll be something else up. Whether it'll be Hoi 4 or Kaiserreich related or not, I don't know. But until then, make sure to comment, share, like, subscribe. You know the deal. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, YouTube.